What's up, guys? So it's about time to uncover the S2K for the spring/summer, and here's how basically the car stood for the whole winter. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we could prop this out. Alright, as always, let's check out the condition of the car after the winter. I'm currently using a Covercraft car cover for the S2K. Let's get it into lighting here. Not bad. Kept the side door, fenders, recorder panel pretty clean. Alright, pop the hood. Alright, so let's go ahead and connect the battery. As always, positive first. Negative. Time to fire up the engine. Freaking hot, that's for sure. Good morning, guys. It's a Sunday and decided to recap my my weekend. Saturday, I'm sorry. Friday, I went to the New York Auto Show, and I just kind of want to talk about the New York Auto Show. Pretty decent cars this year. The only disappointment is the fact that it's an auto show, and I mean, you're supposed to get some sort of like hands-on, but I guess only the press got a chance to sit inside. But a few cars in particular where I really wanted to scope out the interior and everything, or even exterior to get closer to it. They were kind of barricaded behind ropes, or for example, the STI. Come on, guys, plenty of STIs around, so no need to go ahead and rope it off. But I think it was like a, what was it, an ice silver metallic STI in the auto show. And for some reason, they roped it off. So on top of that, I think the only car that I was able to kind of get into was the Golf R and the GTI. For some reason as well, along with that, I think the GTI in the Volkswagen section was actually placed on the turntable, versus whereas the Golf R was actually on the it was outside. So I thought that was kind of interesting. For the flagship, they put the GTI, but I guess the GTI has more heritage. So moving on, let's see, let me close the window. Moving on, let's talk about the Type R. So the Type R is actually the car that I really wanted to check out, because of the fact that it's like, the first time it's been introduced to the US, and unfortunately it was roped off as well. It was like a 3-foot distance on the exterior as well that they didn't want people to get close to. So I could tell it was, from the outside. I guess, I'm gonna throw some pictures up there. Not much of a close-up video, but last year they actually had the RS in was it nitrous blue? But the Focus RS, they also locked the door. They didn't rope it off, but they locked the door. So this year they had it in one of the gray colors. I don't know the specific name for the gray color, but similar to like the Nano Gray, I believe, or the Nardo Gray in the S3 or the RS3. But anyway, that was Friday. Which brings me to a point where, my current car situation, where I still like my Mark 6R, but the Mark 7 and the facelift, the 7.5, that R is really impressive. I actually do like the slight facelift on the GTI and also the R, but everything about it is it's so like well integrated. I believe there was a Euro spec in the New York Auto Show, so some of that stuff that we see, that I saw, won't most likely not make it to the North American Golf R genre or scene, but most of it will. I think they had LED taillights. I believe we're getting the LED taillights. It's just not the sequential ones, I think, but don't quote me. Little things I noticed about the GTI interior now that's made in Mexico is, the one thing that kind of stuck to my head was the fact that when you open the glove box, everything inside it felt plasticky. It wasn't felted. We're not gonna get the STI with the new FA engine for a while, based on what I'm reading in the forums or even articles. We're not gonna get any type of new STI refresh, like a complete refresh, until maybe the year 2020 or maybe 2019. So I'm debating for the STI. Then again, like I said, due to, I don't know, I prefer the hatch. I prefer a newer engine, but if you get the newer engine, you really get the Boxer Rumble. But it's dated. The miles per gallon is not the greatest. I'm looking for something all-wheel drive as well, but then again, I can make the exception with the Type R. The Type R, initially, it's like, wow, that's a lot to take in terms of looks. I like it, but at my age, I was rethinking it, but I don't know. The Civic Type R is also growing on me. Everything else is growing on me, but it's a good time to be in a car search. A lot of cars out there. It's an exciting time for you just to compare and contrast. No need to rush into things and everything. So anyway, I thought about trading my R for a GTI. the sport trim for 2017 because they gave me good money for the R. They offered me good money for the R, but I decided against it. It was a good price. Basically, it's me trading in the R and having no payments at all. So that's actually something to consider, but I think I'm over the fact. But other than that, you know, I moving on to Saturday, I went to the BMW driving event, which is dope. We didn't end up making it on time for the city drive, or where they let you test out the cars in general. But we did do a autocross event, the Autox event. It was cool. It was cool. The autocross event was pretty dope. I'll put in some video clips of that, hopefully. And I did not finish in any first place, second place, third place. I actually finished out of the top 10 out of a class of 17. So, you know, I suck at driving. It was a 5 Series 540, the new 5 Series. There was a new engine in there. But once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and everything, and the support. Almost started. I'm about to be in big trouble for starting the car.
All I gotta do is put my mind to this shit.